my mic, for my other screen here. There we go. Alright, just testing, making sure it's all good. Kakashi Hatake, dude. That's my favorite. That's my favorite character of all anime. Hands down. Hands down my favorite. There we go. Here we go. Just turn up some volume here. Donald, yeah, is that what you think, bud? That's a fair, hey, that's the way you want to go. That's awesome too, man. I don't have an FDM printer, so I gotta paint all my minis. Alright, so here is King Broad in all his glory. So yeah, that's eventually what this guy's gonna look like too. Eventually. There's still a bunch of touch-up I want to do on this guy, but we're getting there. You know? Oh, what's up, Philip? Okay, so how you doing, buddy? I was like, this guy coming in, talking smack. I don't even know this Donald guy. Turns out it's my boy Philip. I got some really nice brushes coming tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. Alright, we got to do some repair work on some of this here skin. I'm happy with the darkness of the oil shade I got. I spent some time off camera removing all of the extra oils, but we're going to start working on kind of reestablishing some of the mid-tone and the highlight, because it's almost a little too dark. It looks like he has blood in the cracks, you know. I went with this Finipo or Minipo something brand. It's just a really nice horsehair. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. They were nice. They were like $35 for like 2 or 3 brushes, but I looked at the Gilded Golden brushes. They looked really nice too. I was tempted. You know? I was super tempted. But it was either between that or the Golden Maple brushes, which looked really good too. Looks like I left a bunch of paint in this guy. We're going to have to fix that here eventually. We are going to start painting with this one because it still has a bit of a tip. So you can watch how I reblock in my mid-tones, right? So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a dry brush to re-highlight some of this, just to get something going here. So we're going to re-highlight with some dry brush. How's the sound? Is the sound okay? I did a lot of different stuff with my setup here, so I don't want anyone to be bothered by it. It took me a little longer than I thought. But yeah, we're going to do some dry brushing because I got a million dry brushes and it's time to use them. We're going to do this guy because he looks fun. Then we're not going to go all the way up to the white tone. We're going to do this just Vallejo Game Color skin tone. What's up, Randall? What's up, Georgie? Sweet. Awesome. Sorry, I need to find a better position for... My desks are like glued together and I'm trying to make it so Maybe if I didn't have this guitar right here I never played. Ugh. The problem with my paint shaker is it shakes this desk, which has the mount on it. So. Oh, thanks for the likes, Just for Paints. How you doing today? Just need to make shaking bottles like an interpretive dance to keep everyone entertained. And also, if you're on TikTok, you can turn the video sideways and see more of the palette a little closer up. That's a new feature. New feature at Patty Paints Minis. We are reinventing the wheel here. Nice, dude. Little live stream work break sesh, little hangout sesh. What's up, chick? How you doing? Whoop. Welcome back. You having a good day? Hope you're having a great day. So if you guys have any questions on what I'm doing or how I'm doing whatever I'm doing, if you have any questions on painting models or just want to talk about lore, let me know. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm hoping to be done with this guy maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I think I'm going to take a lot of time to do a lot of finish on him. You know, but look how nice that that dry brush is working. I need to change hats because this hat always slams into my my light I have here. But look how nice that dry brush is going in on that. Isn't that nice? That's nice. I love dry brushing. My two favorite things in this whole hobby, what's up, fat boy? Is dry brushing and washing. I am not a big fan of building or basing, but boy, give me a dry brush, give me a wash, I'll make it happen, okay? Yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty cool, man. What you working on right now, fat boy? Are you at work? What are you doing, Chief? Ooh, I am really liking this new skin tone from Vallejo. It's just called skin tone. And if you guys are seeing this dry brush like I'm seeing it, I mean, that is coming out so nicely. Here, let's get a little zoom in on that, huh? Isn't that nice? Nice. I always have wanted a Commander Farsight because I think the idea of a melee Tau is just so cool. All right, to give you a little before and after. Let's let me show you a little before and after, right? Not a big change, but it's enough, right? Dude, I agree, little Ash things. Vallejo is top notch, especially with their brand new game color range. Or at least it's new to me. You know? It's such a beautiful, I mean, everything I've used from them have been fantastic. Nice, I'll have to check them out, dude. What's up, Carl? Man, you guys are all coming in here. You guys are awesome. Look at that. Really warming up some of these tones here. I'm liking that a lot. Liking that a lot. So this is the fun part of a model, right? So you based it, you washed it. Well, actually just basing it, building and basing, right? That's the two steps that can go pound sand. But after that, I mean, you can really just start playing, right? Right now I'm just having fun with bringing in more midtones, mainly because I washed a lot of them out with my shadow. Right, so this is the portion of the model that's going to be hitting the most light, is this side here in this upper portion of the bicep. So I'm going to dry brush that extra. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thanks for the likes, guys. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be dry brushing some details in. We're going to be putting more shadow in, more midtones. That was a little too much, but that's okay, because I'm going to wash this again. So when you get to this stage in a model, you can just wash, highlight, go back and forth. A lot of people think that, oh no, I dry brushed too much. Oh no, the model's ruined, right? Better throw it away, start over. No. That's just not the case, guys. Okay? Because you can do this back and forth as many times as you want, so long as you're properly thinning your paints, right? Or you're using a nice paint product. So you can just keep adding on layers and layers and layers and layers of paint. And that's how all the best paintings end up. Mine aren't the best, but they look good, right? Because the more layers you add, the further you can go from the deepest depths of your contrast, your darkest shadows, to your highest highlights. The more you can expand on that, the better the final product is going to be. That's how it works, right? So that's all we're working on right now, is just trying to really extend those values as far as we can from one another. Do you see how that arm has so much depth to it, right? And I put a little too much in right here. Oh, sorry, vertical cam people. I put too much stuff right here, too much dry brush here, but that's fine because I'm going to take a wash to it, a little contrast, and just kind of bring a little more darkness back into there. But look at that. That is coming out nicely. Better than planned, to be honest with you. Better than planned. What are y'all working on? Tell me. Tell me what projects you guys are working on. I know my buddy over here on TikTok, Philip, is working on this really cool model. Really exclusive. Real exclusive like, you know? Alright, well that's plenty on the arms. Let's get to the main show. So we're gonna zoom up a little bit here. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we are going to start highlighting with some more mid-tone. Okay. So I'm not going to do the final highlights until the model is actually built and put together. The reason for that is you really want to have a good understanding where the light is going to be hitting the model. And you can't really have a good understanding until it's completely put together. I can guess, right? A lot of this is just guessing. Right? It's like obvious the light is going to be coming down this way. So that's why I'm dry brushing the way I am right now. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, get that collarbone. Oofda. Oofda. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Such beautiful, rich tones. Yeah. I'll probably hand paint a lot of the face in. It's hard to dry brush a good face, right? Especially a face with a hood on it. Right, that's just one of those that you want to take your time with. Really get, let's make sure that's nice and dry. Yeah. Oh yeah. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, Vallejo is actually doing, they have a BSL package you can do, right? Which is your base, shadow, and light is what they call it, their BSL system. And you can buy this system in a 4-bottle variant, right? So you can get 4 bottles that has your high, your mid, then your darker mid, and then your shadow. And it's awesome. Lady of the Hidden Flame. It's a cool name, man. Very whimsical. Am I almost finished? I would say I wish I was almost finished. The problem with me is I can do this step for hours and hours and hours, right? So it really comes down to how long I want to spend trying to, you know, get that result that I want to get, right? Like right now with the skin, I'm actually pretty stoked on it. I might not go in with some more shadows. So right now I probably have 3 more hours on this guy to do. With a large model like this, with all the little details, it just takes time. But after this model, I'm going to start working on my Sylvaneth models. What's up, Hobby Mini Painter? How you doing, buddy? So I would say I'm like 80% complete. I've probably spent about 10 hours on this model so far. Well, maybe not 10 hours, but it's a substantial amount, I would say. That was a little too much, but guess what? You can just wipe off paint. No one tells you these secrets. Look at that secret. See how I put too much on there? Just wiped it off. Life's good. Who cares? Just wipe it off. It's not going to hurt you. It's the easiest. Yeah. This is the funnest part. So I like to generally really savor these moments. Because it took me like probably 4 or 5 hours just blocking him in, you know? And, ugh. He wants to block in, dude. For Mortarion, it depends. So it depends on the complexity of the colors you want, right? Just to toss out a figure, probably like, if you wanted it to be like this quality here, like this quality, I would say like $100. I don't know. I would have to kind of break it down more. It depends on the amount, the amount of colors you want. Oof, duh. That was too much, but that's okay. We'll make it happen. So if you wanted it to be like your showpiece, it really depends. I actually have a Mortarion that I have half painted. I'm not going to show you because I'm not proud of it. It was actually, I printed it back in the day when I didn't know how to print minis yet, and so it's kind of messed up. But I can show you, I can do a really cool terrain on it, which is like a bunch of zombies like worshiping him as he's flying across. So this is going to be my Gatebreaker proxy for my Age of Sigmar army. So this is called the Sigmar Slayer. It was made by my buddy Clay Beast Creations. And yeah, it's a 3D print. So it depended on the level of detail. I would if I spent like 4 hours on it, I'd say 4 or 5 hours, it would be probably about like $100. Age of Sigmar, the Sons of Bahamut. Sons of Bahamut. So, yeah. I haven't actually played Age of Sigmar yet. Most of my lore I know is in Warhammer 40k. So I can answer those questions really well, but when it comes to Age of Sigmar, I'm still kind of a floundering bimbo. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have, after this model, I just have 3 little baby Gargants, which are right here, that I'll paint up. And yeah, I'll be in business. I'll just have to base them. I'm going to do a video on basing as well, because I have this super easy basing strategy that I do. Oops. Oh, badass. Yeah, I'll check it out after this stream, dude. That's awesome. Did you give him the nice horns, dude? The nipple horns? Or I guess I'm thinking of Magnus. You did a demon prince, my bad. So I am using, this is Vallejo, but I did do oil paints for all of my washes. So all of the kind of the darkish brown here and all that, that is washes with oil paints. So I like to use oil paints specifically for washes, and then I like to go back to my acrylics. I'm still learning how to do oil paints effectively. It definitely is a whole different ball game. But what I'm finding is you can get really good, easy results with oil paints. Do the turkey wings? Nice. Oh, that's sick, dude. Little kit bash on a little demon prince. A little kit bash demon prince. Demon prince kit bash. Sounds cool. So yeah, I like to base my models and highlight my models with acrylics, and then I will do oil washes, and then I'll do kind of finished shadows with like contrast paints and other acrylics, different kinds of acrylics. Right now, my oil washes, I didn't really remove them in time. They kind of got really caked in the reliefs, right? So I'm gonna have to do a little extra work to bring those back up to par, you know. Oh, thank you, Jord. Oh, I really appreciate that, man. Oh, thank you. Sweet. If you want to get better in touch with me about commissions, go check out my Patreon. And you don't have to support the Patreon, but it would be cool if you did. But yeah, message me through Patreon for all the commissions. It's just easier to keep them all in one place. My Tomb World terrain, and I'm going to probably use oil paints. Oh, definitely. Okay. I only do my bases with oil paints. Like, it is next level. What's up, Dream Big, Build Small? How you doing today, buddy? For that OSL flow. Yeah. Dude, especially for the white. Doing OSL with white oils, crazy. I haven't used Army Painters yet. I've used mostly... I've used 1 or 2 things from Army Painter. I wasn't very impressed, but I heard that their new Fanatic range is crazy. So I heard that they got some crazy stuff going on over there at Army Painter. Oh, I have some female Space Marines. I printed them off. I specifically use Vallejo. I use Vallejo for all of my base coloring, right? All of my base colors, like say this, right? And then I love, love, love Citadel technical paints, their contrast paints, and their shades. I feel like no other paint brand does it right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the new Army... Yeah, I heard the new Army Painter stuff is awesome. Like, the old Army Painter stuff had a lot of issues with separating in the bottles long term. But yeah, Vallejo is the GOAT. And I'm telling you guys, their BSL system... Here, let me show you. Like, here is the... I think this is the warm flesh tone. I can't show any labels here. But... because TikTok gets mad. So you get these 4 bottles. Don't look at... They haven't been mixed that well yet. But you can get these 4 bottles all in one kit that costs like $15 on Amazon, dude. And it comes... And it tells you... It comes with a little paper that shows you how to use them and everything. I mean, it is so effective. Vallejo has really stepped up their game for Army paints. They used to be just a really nice model paint brand, you know? But, I mean, they have come around, dude. But, yeah, Vallejo all the way. I eventually am going to set up an Amazon affiliate store where I'll link all of the products that I use. Right now, I just don't have a big enough follower base for Amazon to want to be cool with me. But eventually... So I'll have, like... I hate my wet palette, but I have... This is a wet palette I got because my old wet palette turned to dust. It rotted. That's not even a joke. It literally like turned to fungus. It was a bacteria after a while. For sure. Yeah, Vallejo is insane. I would recommend here's the thing with like blues and purples, you can always add white or add black or brown and you can change the pigment. So you don't really need a BSL system for those colors, although I don't think it's a bad idea. I'll be honest, I have been such a cheapskate painter for the longest time where I just had white, an off-white, 2 different browns, a black, and I had 1 yellow, 1 orange, 1 red, 1 blue. That's all I painted with. And I mixed all my colors. So if you are trying to do it on the cheap, you can definitely do it on the cheap. But this new system I'm using, their BSL Vallejo system, is fantastic. Do you recommend any certain brand or whatever for basing? I haven't based any of my... Okay, run as fast as you can away from any basing material that isn't bushes. Okay? I just went down to Michael's, and you can just buy just whatever you need, whether it's rocks. They have this amazing acrylic. Okay, this will change the game. You don't need to buy sand and then glue the sand on. They literally have something called medium texture, acrylic medium texture, and it's for like canvas painters. The bottle costs like $6, dog, and it's lasted me years. It comes out with a gritty texture. That is the number one. The only thing I spend money on with bases is if I want like cool alien bushes or something, you know? That's the only thing I actually spend my money on. Like bushes and trees and things like that. Things that I can't really make. But aside from that, don't spend your money on dirt or rocks. Just go outside and pick them up. I have a grass electrode thing that makes grass stand up, and I have vials of fake grass. That's pretty cool. You don't really need that either, though. You can just sprinkle the grass on like that. But Mod Podge works great. So you can take Mod Podge and just mix some dirt in it. You can bake the dirt as well. All you're buying from Michael's is just baked dirt. They just bake it to kill all the bacteria in it. So, but yeah, I do not spend a lot of money. The one thing that I will recommend, if you're doing water effects, the Vallejo water effects, again, going back to Vallejo, the Vallejo water effects are, to this day, just outstanding. It's such a good system. I have, here, I'll show you some of my basing. So here is my typhus, right? So this is just Vallejo water effects with, I think, green stuff neon mixed with it. That's a rock from my garden. That's cork with that medium I put on it, and then I put tape all around it and put the water effects in, and yeah, super easy, super fun. I mean, I dread doing it again, but that's just because I hate basing. I want to paint models. I don't want to paint bases. And y'all need to tone down your basing game. It's getting insane. Okay? Like some of this stuff I'm seeing out here, like, come on. We don't need to be spending, 100 hours on just basing, guys. No one wants that. Am I crazy? Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? That's my favorite basing. And then I just have my like normal. This is actually like kind of my standard basing. Is just this. I'm actually going to crack it off and give it more texture and whatnot. The idea is it was kind of like a farm, Like this is a little Viking house. The idea is these guys came down off the mountain. My dude. But this is my kind of my basic basing. I need to add some stuff, give it some texture. I was thinking about like getting a cow miniature from somewhere, just like a cheap cow from, I don't know, toy store, and like cutting it open and making it have guts come out and stuff, like he stepped on it. But yeah. I can show you how to do all this stuff too. Everything I do, everything that you're watching, like you're seeing what I'm doing right now, right? I'm literally just dry brushing some flesh. Like, I'm not like I would honestly say I'm not a talented painter. I think that I'm good at lighting and color theory. And then I just know a bunch of different techniques. Like, I'm not like some rewriting the script here. I just know how to do a lot of stuff really simply. That's all. Oh yeah, dude. The toenails got to be gross. The teeth have to be gross. I am so sick of seeing so many fantasy models where it's like they have like a $10,000 premium like dental insurance. Like, dog, these guys don't brush their teeth. They don't take baths. They walk through a lake to get clean. Like, come on, right? Like, am I insane? I feel like that's not insane, right? They've got to be gross. They've got to be gross. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. You guys are too much fun to talk to. The name of this model is the Sigmar Slayer from Claybeast Creations. He's a 3D modeler. I printed it myself. This is going to be my Gatebreaker proxy for my Sons of Bahamut Age of Sigmar army. So yeah. And if you want to purchase this model, you can check out Resin Reborn with an E, reborne.com. And they have it available for sale. They're amazing people, very kind, and very affordable. But yeah, they should have this model, and if they don't, tell them, hey, I want this model, and they'll make it happen. That's the kind of people they are. Yeah, dry brushing is not easy. I've seen so many videos online where they're like, so what you do is you basically just do this, and then they look away from the model, and it's like perfect, and you're like, okay, dude, you didn't really show me like how much paint you removed from the brush or anything. You just mansplained how to I don't even like the term mansplain, but you get what I'm saying with it. You just like explained in 10 seconds how to dry brush, and you didn't actually show how to do it right. But yeah, the learning curve for dry brushing is you need to really make sure it's dry. You guys see how much paint I'm leaving. I've probably put 10% of the paint I've squeezed out onto the model and 90% onto the paper towel. But hey, that's just what you got to do, That's a part of the business. That's a part of the game out here. You want to make a good product, you got to waste some material sometimes, but that's okay. That's worth it. But we're going to blend this because it's coming out as a really nice highlight, which is totally fine. I'm down for that, right? Totally down for that. Give him some gross feeties. And then we're going to use some Nazgrin yellow contrast paint on the both the toenails and the fingernails. And you're gonna love how that comes out. I mixed the lead belcher and an Abaddon black for some dark metallic highlights on the Demon Press. Nice, dude. So the way I do my metallics is very similar. I base it completely black, and then what I do is I use metallic paints as just the highlight. So whether you dry brush them, I don't dry brush them anymore. I brush them in because I have turned too many models into an accidental disco ball trying to dry brush metallics. But I brush them in by hand, and then I hit them with some contrast to tone them. So to either give them shape or make them warm or darker or whatever, which I haven't done on this model yet. So if you keep watching, eventually when I'm done messing around with this dry brush, I'll get to it. You can see how I do my metallics. But yeah. What's up, AK? For sure, dude. Yeah, see an update on the big boys. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate that, man. I hope you have a lovely night of sleep, my guy. Oh yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how these guys are coming out right now. Right? Right, look at the depth there. Look at that depth. Look at them thighs. This boy never skipped leg day. This boy never skipped no leg day. So now you can see where I messed up, and I'll show you how I fix it. Because I put a little bit too much. Oh, thanks for the follow. Put a little too much, got a little too ambitious, like on his buttocks there. Got a little too ambitious there. But I'll show you how we can just tone that down real quick. Make it a little more normal. Right, because it looks ashy. We don't want ashy here. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Dude, I have never done a Gundam, and I get so many people in here just talking about Gundam and making me jealous. It's ridiculous. Stop talking about Gundam. I already have too many hobbies I can't afford. I don't need another... Hey, I don't need to spend any more money. I already have a problem. And I want to do Gundam. I do. I don't think I can financially recover. I don't think my lady would allow it. I have 6 Warhammer 40k armies, right? I have also the high grade stuff. Like, is there low grade, medium grade? Is the high grade do they make the model and then they go I already have Tau. You know I have Tau. I've showed you my Tau, pal. Okay. You don't think your guy has Tau? Oh shit. Hold the phone. Everyone stop what they're doing right now. Horde is in the chat. Horde is here, guys. Horde's here, fellas. The grades are. Please tell me. Explain this to me because I don't understand. All right. I apologize. I'm not your real dad. That was my bad. I shouldn't be telling you what to do. I'm not your real dad. That's my bad, dude. That's my bad. Can you forgive me? Ooh. My boy giving out the cowboy hat. Oi, come get the cowboy hat. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. Hey, I won't let it happen again. I apologize, okay? Entry grade, high grade, real grade, master grade, and master grade. Well, the problem is I feel like I'd have to get master grade, right? I mean, what am I doing here? I can't... You can't settle for anything. Is that how they sell it to you? Because I already don't want anything but the master grade version Ka. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's Joaquin. Do not start with a master grade. Are we talking there? Are they like $1,000, dog? Is that are they a manta? Is that what you're trying to say? Yo, I'm telling you this right now. Fat boy, if you buy me a manta, I'll paint it on stream, and I'll build it on stream. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Ace of Spades. We're getting there. We got most of the washes all done, right? So now we just got to do a couple edge highlights, clean up some of this nonsense that I messed up. But yeah, it's coming along. Oh, thanks, Emin. What's funny is 90% of my stream, it just looks terrible. And people just fly on by. I think it's so funny. The days that I'm just like highlighting and washing and dry brushing, everyone's like, this is crazy. Which is fair. It's fair. It looks pretty... Oh, no, I don't like that. We're going to water this down, do a little more of a glaze. That's what we're going to do. We're going to glaze it. We're going to glaze it, boys. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. You see that? Did I just show you guys how to glaze right there? It's a little bit of glazing to feather those. Feather in a little bit of that ashiness. Booyah. Booyah, glazed. We just got glazed. Thanks, Joaquin. No, not $1,000, but they're big and extremely detailed down to the function and mechanical details. See, the problem is I have tried to watch, and don't attack me here. I have tried to watch Gundam so many times, and every time I just want to skip to the fight and then just, like, I don't know. I know the storylines are good, right? But I just want to watch the robots fight, and I don't know why it's a bunch of kids and they always have to save the world. Something or another about, like, kids make the best Gundam pilots, but it just doesn't... I don't know what's going on. And I watch a lot of anime. Like, help me. I want to enjoy what you enjoy. Oh, no, we're getting some follow in this chat. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Hey, follow your fellow brother, okay? This one reminds me of the north of the border. What's north of the border? I was shooting for. Are you talking north of the border, as in Game of Thrones? Because that's what I was aiming for. Watch Build Divers. Okay, I'll check it out. Mr. Average Painting, thank you so much. You guys are so nice to me. You guys are super nice. And I'm just a nerdy guy out here, just trying to hang out with my friends online. You guys are super cool. Just doing a little bit of... Can you guys see that? Sorry. Make sure you guys get a good photo of that. Get a nice picture of that. Yeah, we're just bringing in some of this detail here. Yeah. Yeah, so I messed up the booty cheek. You guys can watch right here on this live how I fix a little oopsie poopsie. Oopsie poopsie, I dry brush too much. It's no big deal. You watch. Super easy. So what we do here is if you dry brush too much, you just wash it again. That's it. That's the big secret. I'm going to mute the mic for just a moment because I'm going to shake this paint and it's going to sound terrible if I don't. I'm still here, but do you hear that? Doesn't that sound terrible? Oh my goodness, you have been sending me gifts? Mr. Average Painter. Stop. Are you trying to become my favorite person right now? Is that what you're doing right now, pal? Huh? Is that what you're doing? Most Gundam series shows the worst parts of war exaggerated to the worst it could possibly be. That's fair. But why do they always seem like it's like la 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 la, life's good, and then like a asteroid hits or something, and then like a 12-year-old gets out? You know what I'm saying? I know I just need to like get past the first like 5 episodes, and I bet it's fire. Thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate it. You're a good person, okay? Supporting just a wee little artist like myself. Okay, so you see what we're doing here? We're just washing it. We're just gonna put a little wash on there. Look at that. Okay. Then we're gonna wash a little bit here. Okay. Kind of blend this down a bit. I'm gonna put a little wash under here. Put a little wash under there. There we go. Happy little washes. That's what we're doing. Happy little washes, guys. Alright? We're just doing little happy washes here. Just adding a little bit of depth. Okay? Happy little washes. A little more down the back here. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's nice. That's what he needed. A little bit of washes. Could I be the Bob Ross of mini painters? I would really like that. Just a happy little accident. But that's okay. We're just going to put a little wash in there. Yeah, that's nice. You know, in life, mistakes happen. Oh, thank you for the follow. Because child soldiers are almost universally seen as terrible and there needs to be an excuse. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I get it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we're not doing oil washes here. Usually on my final washes, I like to do just kind of controlled spots with just the contrast, as you see here. Kind of blend in a little bit of this this previous shadowing. Very important. You do very minimal. You build it up. We'll add a little blood, more blood here because everyone needs a fight. Yep. Looks like this is not looking violent enough. We'll just add a little orc here, and there we go. He's dead. Excellent. Yes. All right. Okay. And it's okay to make mistakes here. We're just gonna take a little bit out. There we go. We're gonna take a little bit out here. Maybe feather that in a little bit more. Maybe add just a little bit of water here, and we'll just wash it off. Look at that. There we go. We'll just wash that off. There we go. Life is good. Mistakes happen. Thanks, Grumpy. Thanks, partner. We are getting a better setup going, too. There we go. Grumpy has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to call you my supplier from now on. Oh, thank you. But back to the grades. Real grade is as realistic as they can make a model at 1/144. That's sick. Oh shit. Everyone has been asking me what this model is, and I have just been like, it's the Sigorn Slayer from my boy Claybeast Creations. Go check him out. I don't know if you guys know this, but this guy is a superstar in the miniature army and just his models are just so. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. No, does he even need an introduction? No, he don't need an introduction. Okay. I mean, it speaks for itself, right? Like, come on. I am wearing a hat. Here, let's do a close-up. Face cam. It says Utah is rad. Okay. Little state pride, okay? Is that okay around here? You definitely should. Oh, what is the second most popular for custom work? I have lost my place here. Are we still talking about... oh, the real grade is the second most popular? Gotcha. We're just trying to give a little more definition. When you guys are painting six-packs, don't ever forget the shadow underneath the six-pack, for that's what gives the six-pack definition. Yeah, I love this hat. I got it at Oktoberfest. If you're familiar with the Utah landscape, that is, there's an Oktoberfest up at Snowbird each year. And I saw it and I bought it. I saw it and I bought it. I just walked up and the guy was like, "Hi, anything piquing your interest?" I was like, "I want that hat." He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Do you want to look at it?" I was like, "No, I want the hat, please. Thank you." And then I just ran away. I just want the hat, bud. So they are currently, I have finally figured out a way to get all of my lives to stream from the same software instead of trying to juggle my phone, TikTok, Twitch, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But you can watch all of the previous streams on YouTube, or I think Twitch holds on to them for only like a week. So, but you can check them out on my YouTube. They post about 24 hours after the previous one. But yeah. He was probably like, "That dude's enjoying October." Dude. I was double fisting pints, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was running around having a blast. I don't know how my lady deals with it. I'm basically just a giant overgrown toddler. Like, seriously, that's all I really am, guys. Aren't we all that, though? Like, seriously, aren't we all just overgrown toddlers? I mean, my favorite hobby is the equivalent of, like, Army Green Men, but with rules. Like, it's the equivalent of being, like, a kid and being like, "My guy shoots your guy. My guy shoots your guy and he dies." And you're like, "No, he doesn't. He can't do that because my guy's stronger." And then the only difference between that and grown adults, right, is we go, "No, if you look at the rules, I have AP -3, so you can't even save against that shot." Like, am I wrong? Like, tell me, am I wrong? How is that anything different other than being like, "Oh, no, we have rules. Yeah, so your guy actually can't do that, so." Oh, thanks, Taxi Brush. It's going around slowly. I'm kind of messing up some stuff right here, but I'm trying to blend some of my original shade back together, you know. I have force fields. Hey guys, we got a Custodes player in the chat. I didn't know it. He was a sleeper. He was acting like a normal human being. But he's a Custodes player. We're gonna have to, you know, someone deal with that, please. I have invulns. I have an invulnerable save. Oh, sick, dude. Okay, that's -4 AP. Okay, that's all right, dude. I got an invuln save. I'll just roll that. Oh, that's fine, dude. This guy actually once per battle can have a 1-up, feel no pain. So I'm just gonna use that. Dude, I fought against my friend yesterday. He played his Custodes. So I'm a little anti-Custodes. I mean, I won the game, but it was close. And it shouldn't have been as close as it was, but it was close, okay? And I only ever play his Custodes lately. So there's a little resentment building up here, but he's a great guy, and he loves his Custodes. So, and I'm glad he likes his Custodes. You should enjoy the army you play, okay? Do you see the high grade explanation up there? High grade is the middle ground of easy to build and decently detailed. They're not too expensive. Oh, okay. I'll have to check out a high grade. I want to check out a high grade so I can do a commission with it, you know? I think that'd be super fun. Which Overwatch characters do you goon to? I mean, come on. How can you not, like... It's Choreborn. Choreborn! That's the only correct answer, Gaio. Alright. It's the only correct answer. Choreborn. What model is this from? So this is made from Claybeast Creations. He's an amazing 3D modeler. You can find this print on his website or on My Mini Factory if you want to 3D print it. If you want someone to print it, my friends at Resin Reborn with an E, REBORNE.com, can print it off at a fair market value and ship it to your house. But it is awesome, and I do not sell it. So this is going to be my Gatebreaker proxy right here. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for him. And if you don't know, now you know, but Claybeast Creations makes some of the best 3D models in the game. So check them out. If you got a 3D printer. But if you don't, like I said, my friends over at Resin Reborn with an E.com can help you out. Just trying to add some value here. Right? Boom. This is, yep, going to be for my Age of Sigmar. It's going to be my Sons of Bahamut Gatebreaker proxy. It's called the Sigmar Slayer, by the way. If you look this up on the good old Googlings, it's called the Sigmar Slayer. This is my King Broad. So you can kind of see where we are going with this. So the way I paint, I don't paint detail. I paint surfaces. Okay? And it's super easy, and you can check out my techniques on my TikTok or look at some of my... I only have one long form format video. Long form format. Boy, that's a mouthful. On my YouTube. But the way I paint is super easy. It really is super easy. And I'm actually starting a subscription-based painting class that'll be affordable, and we do a poll to see what model we're going to paint that month, and the model will automatically just ship to your house, bing bang boom. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So if you're interested in learning the way I paint, which the way I paint, this is not what I'm doing here, and if you're a casual viewer or if you tune in often, everything I do is very, very simple. Okay? I do not paint detail. I paint the actual 3D surfaces. So everything I do is very techniques-based, right? So this is just like controlling color, using light and shadows and color theory, but then just using like super easy techniques that anyone can do. It's nothing I'm doing here is like outlandish or impossible. So if you're interested in those kind of services, you can check out my Patreon, which is in my bio, and you can subscribe there. And I haven't released the tier for the painting class yet, but it's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, and giants are mostly flesh. So if you want to suffer, you know, and really learn, maybe not suffer isn't the word. They're just a lot, dude. There's a lot of
There's a lot on these big boys. But yeah, they are a, hands down, a definite doctorate in flesh painting. Because, I mean, it's like 60% of the model is just flesh, right? So yeah. What's up, Allie? So this model is the Sigmar Slayer by Clay Beast Creations. It's a 3D model I printed. You can check out his work. He's amazing. He does amazing work. And this is going to be my Gatebreaker proxy for my Sons of Bahamut army. But yeah. We are just doing... we're just adding some shadows back in because I dry brushed a bunch. So I just kind of wanted to re-solidify a bunch of these values, you know? These mid-tones and kind of give it a little more variance. Some variance. Variance. It's the spice of life. So this is a war game. So Age of Sigmar is a tabletop war game. A bunch of grown adults group up, and we bring a bunch of these models that we've painted, and there is resources like Dungeons and Dragons that give all of these models different rules, and we have a war. So it takes a lot of strategy and positioning, and you know, it's a lot of tactical. And it's one of my favorite things to do in life. And I paint a lot of minis for it. So yeah. Can we see the front? Yeah. Wait, what's that dead bird? What dead bird? Are you talking about what dead bird? Is there a dead bird somewhere? Good God, I hope not. That's a bad omen. Oh, Allie, stop. Stop sending me gifts. Allie, ladies and gentlemen, my little sister. Let's give a warm welcome and a round of applause to my baby sister. She's probably the best human in our family, that's for sure. Now, to make the Gundam stuff relate back to 40k Gunpla, make good, cheap Tau proxy. Ah. I didn't know that. I mean, I have a bunch of Tau, and I bought them because they look like Gundam, right? I should have just bought Gundam. But I wouldn't be here right now if I hadn't, so who knows? I've always wanted to learn how to play those type games, but could never quite get a grasp on it. Okay, I can simplify it really easily. It basically comes down to a couple different phases, but you move your guy around with a tape measure. You measure how far they can shoot with a tape measure, and then you roll dice based on a chart, and that's it. That is the whole game. I mean, of course, like I'm watering it down quite a bit, but that is the whole game. Tau mechs are based almost directly on the Gundam and Armored Core. Yeah, but I mean, they're cool, right? They're really cool. So we are going to move... Oh, I need to do some feeties, some feet stuff. We're going to get a little feet action going on here, guys. Ooh. 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 Yum, 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 yum. Just adding a little bit of shadow here. All right. Booyah. All right, let's do a couple fun things. Oh, I feel like I have a bad habit of just not finishing stuff out, you know? We're gonna add a little more water because this doesn't want to glaze right. Keep some drying with a little edge. Thank you so much, guys. You almost got me to 3K likes. That's amazing. Yeah, he's getting there, isn't he? I haven't really done much since Friday. Or I guess it was Saturday. I just cleaned all the oil wash off. Oil. 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 Right? That's all I've really done. And now I'm just I did a little bit of dry brushing. And now we are just, we're doing the fun stuff here. So we get to have fun now. You know? Is he going into a jar later? Into a jar? Maybe a cabinet. You know, what's that old movie? You know what I'm talking about? That old movie, like Soldiers in a Cabinet, right? What is it? Or the, oh, wait, maybe I can't talk about that one. Maybe that's not culturally acceptable anymore. So this is my Gatebreaker proxy, right? For my Age of Sigmar Sons of Bahamut army. So that's what this big boy is. This is a model. It's a proxy for him. And the model is designed by Clay Beast Creations. And it's called the Sigmar Slayer. And if you don't know, now you know. But Clay Beast Creations he has the best models on the market. He really is insane. I think he's doing a Black Friday sale right now too. I saw. I'm in his Patreon. It's awesome. Yeah, you guys knew what I was talking about. I didn't say it. Someone else said it. Maybe I'm too old. I think I'm too old. That was one of my favorite childhood movies. Maybe that's the problem with me. But I was also thinking of that other one. Is it Toy Soldiers? The one where all the toys come alive. There's also that one, which is super cool. So yeah, and if you're interested in joining my paint class, if you follow my Patreon, support me on Patreon, you'll be allowed in on the first free without materials, I should say, but free trial paint class. So if you're interested in that, check out my Patreon. It's on my bio. And we are going to do a whole mini. I can actually show you the mini. I have it with me now. So it's going to be, whoops, not him. Get off of her. Dastardly boy. So we are going to be painting this one for the first painting class. Whoops, let me get it in frame. There we go. It's like, it's a Sylvaneth like sorcerer. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are on my wavelength with it. Really? Okay. Oh, rad. Yeah, I watched it so many times. I thought it was awesome. I just don't know anymore, you know? Like old movies like that, you're asking for it, you know? Minnie's with me. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I got a whole setup now. You haven't been here in a minute. With the new Gundam assembly stuff coming out, I'm painting the minis for it to be Tau battleships. That's sweet. What's up, Zafira? Did I read that right? Yeah, Zafira. Honestly, it's easier to paint this than read the chat. That's how small the chat is compared to this. Thanks for hanging out with me, dude. And thanks for the follow. I hope you have a wonderful night. It was lovely chatting with you, buddy. It is a Warhammer figure. It is my Gatebreaker proxy for my Sons of Bahamut army. So you are correct, Saint Plastic. But yeah, this is the arms. Here, let me bring Big Boy back in. This is the arms here. Whoop. Whoop. For sure. Yeah, I'll check it out. Right after this stream. How you doing tonight, Zafira? Oh, Allie, stop sending me gifts. Cheers. Gosh. You're too sweet. I appreciate it. You're a good person. You're a better person than I. That is for sure. That is for certain. My little sister. I'm not digging up the lore yet, but who is this guy named and whose faction is he? So this is a Gatebreaker. He doesn't really have a faction specific, like he doesn't have like lore to himself. He's a character, but he's not. He's called a Mega Gargant, and he's from the Sons of Bahamut faction. So the Sons of Bahamut are all giants, and think of like D&D giants meet. Basically D&D giants, honestly, and a lot of things. Hill giants, I think of a lot. But their story is they are descended from the god Bahamut, which used to walk the mortal planes and just do shenanigans and whatnot. They're a really simpleton tribal race. They're a destruction army. So they just want to eat and have fun and crush the small folk, as they want to do. And they're just a bunch of big boys. They're a bunch of silly boys. They're just a bunch of silly boys out there just eating people, having a good time doing it, So yeah, we're just getting it painted up. This is the last Mega Gargant, because there's two different types. These guys here, this little boy here, that is a normal Gargant size, so you can kind of see the difference. But yeah. Well, I'll catch you later, Christopher. Thanks for hanging out. And I will have fun, buddy. But yeah, we're having a blast here today. Really appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out with me. Feel free to ask any questions whatsoever about any hobbying whatsoever, and I will try my best to help you with whatever information I doth have. So Kragnos, I don't know if you can run Kragnos a part of... I don't know. It's a really good question. I don't understand. I haven't looked into Kragnos' lore yet. Can he be ran in other armies? I don't think he can, right? I don't know. Kragnos is kind of an anomaly, isn't he? Quite frankly, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, Nuln Oil. Here's the thing. I don't actually particularly like... I don't like using Nuln Oil or Ajax, whatever, Earthshade. And the reason being is it just has a real sharpness to it. It has a very sharpness. Oh, sorry. That's my bad. I'm getting lazy in my chair. Is that better? Can you hear me a little better? Or does it need to be further away? Is that better? Sorry. So with Nuln Oil and Agrax Earthshade, the problem I have with it is very liquidy and flowy, but wherever it does dry, it stacks pigment like really strongly, like really, really strongly. So like the reason I shade with contrast paints mainly is, you see how like these blend in, and I can keep adding, just keep adding value to it, and it won't be that like dark sharpness. Now I'm not saying they don't have a purpose. I just personally have a hard time getting a nice blend out of it. I am painting the muscles. I just brought back my shade back into them.
but I'm going to go back through and paint in my highlights, and I'm going to paint in the highlights this time. I'm not going to dry brush them because I'll have more control. So a pro tip in field or hobby. Oh, thank you for the follow. So my best tip is, I guess the very beginner tip I could give you in this hobby is buy the nice paint. Don't buy the cheap paint. And buy a wet palette and learn how to thin your paints. Those 3 things would help you more than watching 10 hours of anything else. That is so crucial. What's the materials used as paints? I use Vallejo and I use contrast. So I use Vallejo for all of my basing and highlights. And then I use, for my shades and washes or anything like that, or technical, I use Citadel. Exactly, yeah. You can take the excess off, which is nice. I also do a lot of oil paints for washes. So most of these washes, the really dark ones you see in the crevices, those are done with oil washes. And what's really nice about them is you wait about 6-7 hours and then you can go back with them with mineral spirits and you can just rub it off. But yeah, that is my ultimate tip. Like, learn to water your paints down and then buy the nice paints. Don't cheap out. Buy the nice paints to start. And a wet palette. Because a wet palette, I've had this wet palette. I don't know if you guys can see. I've had that wet palette like going for like, I don't know, 3 months now. And I still have paint in it that I can grab and pick up and use. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a great question. Thank you so much. That's an awesome question. Those are my favorite questions. I mean, it may seem like a pro tip or like not a pro tip. It seems like an obvious tip. But to be honest, I think a lot of the struggles people have in the beginning of this hobby is they ignore the basics, like the basic easy stuff. But that's a really good question. Thank you. So yeah, now we're going to paint in some nice crisp highlights. Or we're going to attempt to. Curious question. Is your back okay from all that work? I love the great... I've had such bad nerd neck for so long, and no, it's not okay. That's a really good question, too. Yeah, I actually had to redesign my entire setup recently because it was really starting to affect my back and my posture. Like, more than I wanted it to, you know? I don't know if I'm ruining the mini right now or if I like what I'm doing to it. I feel like I'm ruining it a bit. But that's okay, because we can always just fix it. It's okay to tread in waters you're not comfortable with, guys, when it comes to this hobby. I wanted to practice like my painting straight up skills so you guys are actually seeing how bad of a painter I really am.
Because my custom towel force is based on Monster Hunter, I have to make a lot of stuff from scratch.
God, that's such a cool idea. That is such a cool idea. I love Monster Hunter. Are you doing some like Kroot and whatnot as well? What is up, Blade? How you been, brother?
Right on. Oof, that's going to be a nice PC. I for real thought this was a human organ at first. Oh, that makes me feel good. Thank you. That's a really nice compliment.
I am painting my Gatebreaker proxy for my Sons of Bahamut army. It's a Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Age of Sigmar army. And this particular model is a 3D print designed by Clay Beast Creations. And he does a fantastic job. So yeah, taxidermy, you guys need to stop. It's not that good. I mean, maybe if you guys were here and you saw it, you'd be like, oh, that's not that good. Or maybe I just have that artist blindness. It's all right. I'm kind of getting a little... It was a lot better before I started fiddling around with the paint. But hey, that's okay. I'm down to make some mistakes. That's what I wanted to do. You know? I wanted to make some mistakes because you can't learn without mistakes. Okay, I wanted to challenge myself. I hardly ever do brushing like this. I usually just do dry brushing and blends and washes, but we're trying new things here, you know?
Stop. And I'm Patty around here, little Sith.
Art is about fooling around. I feel like when people get too serious in life, it's because they don't have a, you know, a silliness outlet. That's how you get, you know, evil monsters making bad decisions, you know, because they just didn't have any time to have fun. They didn't set time out for a little fun that day, you know. It's very important. I really do think every person in this world, every single person in this world has an itch to create, and it's very important not to ignore that feeling, right? And whatever it is, I mean, for me, it's this, right? But for some people, maybe it's their job. Like, whatever it is you want to do or create, bake, cook, carpentry, clay pots, whatever it is, just do something, right? And be passionate about it. It's important, man.
Oh, thanks, Ian. Hey, man, didn't you make that plague knight? I did. Yeah, I'll show you.
And you want to see it
on live? Here we go. Here's this guy. Is this one you're talking about? My typhus? Might not want to focus. Is it this guy you were talking about? Boom. I don't know if I painted him on stream. I might have just had it on my thing. But, could you do a toy soldier's toy? Of course I can. For sure. The best way to realize how good your art is to look back on your first project. That is very true. Hey, man, didn't you make that play? Yep, I read that one. Sorry about that. This model is the Sigmar Slayer by Clay Beast Creations. It's a 3D proxy for my Sons of Bahamut army. From the movie? Sure. No, it was a large-scale night. I didn't do it. I reposted that. I reposted that because I thought it was amazing. Yeah, I don't have it. I wish I did because it is insane. Would love to see it. Oh, thanks, guys. Almost everyone starts from there. Your progress is crazy. Keep going.
Oh, thank you. I'm getting there, man. It's been fun. It has been a lot of fun to. I've been doing this about 8 years now, on and off, and I've been having a really good time with it. You know, especially lately. It's been really fun to kind of share what I've learned with others. And that's where I'm getting most of my joy out of, you know. You should paint. Painting's fun.
Oh, thank you guys so much for the follows. Almost everyone starts, yeah.
So, if you want me to paint a toy soldier, I do commissions. So, if you guys want painting classes, one-on-one tutoring, or any kind of commissions, you can check out my Patreon. I don't have tiers set up yet. You can just sub if you want. You don't have to. But I do most of my orders and whatnot on that platform because it's just easier to keep track of. So, if you're curious about that. But thank you so much, guys. You guys are really nice. You guys are nice people, you know?
Any tips for new painters and artists in chat? Yeah, any questions I'm open for.
I think the most important things, if you are an artist, no matter what your lane is, start at the foundations. A lot of this that I'm doing here is just color theory, is why color theory and light theory, those are the main foundations of a good miniature painting, you know? That would be one of my major tips. That's if you want to know what I'm always working on, is trying to improve those two areas as much as I can. That's where most of my effort is going. Is trying to become better at mixing color, making color pop more vibrant, more warm, more cold, using light as a a tool to increase contrast. It's close tonight, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was really nice of you. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me. And you definitely got to paint. Painting's so much fun. It's the reason for my being. But it doesn't have to be your reason. You can have whatever reason you want, you know? Oh, thanks for sharing. I love Monster Hunter. I'm so sorry, Grumpy. I just saw that. It's been a whirlwind over here. I love Monster Hunter World. Me and my, or not World. I can't remember what the most recent one was. But me and my lady crushed through it. And yeah, she's not big on like playing games with like not a whole lot of dedicated, you know, there has to be a continuation of the goal. So we ended up stopped playing it, but it was really fun. We crushed that Monster Hunter. Is it Rise that was the most recent one?
I think you meant like Monster Hunter sets, really detailed and customizable if you like that. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Yeah, dude, it's all about the journey with painting.
And you're a positive guy. Says coming in there calling me a positive guy. You're a positive guy, dude. For sure. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I expect to see you in the next one. Okay, pal? All right, bud? All right, guy? You better be in the next one. I want to chat more with you. You're a good man. You're a good person. Or maybe not man. Whatever you are. You're a good entity. Okay? You're a good entity.
Rise and Wilds. Wilds is the newest.
Yeah, Wilds was alright. So if you can't run it, you didn't miss much. I thought, I don't know, it was good. I don't know. I felt like there was something missing from it. My lady has never played any other of the Monster Hunter games, so she just had a blast, which I'm happy for. You know, that's what I want her to have. It's a good time. But I don't know. There was just something a little off about it, in my opinion. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what it was. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't hit the same. Didn't hit the same as it normally did.
Tau forces so far included Tau humans and Space Marines. Nice. What's up, Raticide? Well, welcome in. Chat if you'd like, or just watch if you want. If you have questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Nice. Yeah, I'll check that out, Grumpy, right after this. Is the silent protagonist being changed? Yeah. Have you ever painted Transformers? I've never painted Transformers, although I have done a lot of vehicles and whatnot. I think that'd be really fun. I can do a Transformer if you'd like. I can paint it as if it's been in battle, or I can paint it as if it's like a showroom, you know, Optimus Prime. If you want to commission that, just check out my Patreon and message me there, and we can make something happen. If you want a Transformer painted, that sounds like fun. I never even thought about painting a Transformer. That'd be sick. The village chief has a great chainsaw. That's just a chainsaw off of a knight. That's sick. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. What was your biggest project? So arguably these giants are pretty large scale from what I normally do. But I think I'm actually better doing large scale than smaller scale. My biggest project was actually a giant dragon head, not a giant dragon head, giant in miniature terms, for a bookend. So it was like, the idea was like it was a dragon head coming out of a book. And that was done for my my lady sister. It was really fun. So I actually am drawing a lot of detail from that for this. I've also done a couple larger scale models, mainly tanks and ships and whatnot. Oh, thanks, Tyler. But yeah, I really like painting. You guys want a dragon commission? It's on sale because I love painting a dragon. Okay, I'll do it on the cheap, dude. I'll do it. Not free because I got to eat, but you know what I'm saying, though. Have you guys ever dry brush scales? Like, get out of town. Dry brushing scales is like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you for the follow, guys. Sunshine and Raticide, welcome to the party. My new party people over here. Man, you guys have been so much fun today. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with my goofy ass. My goofy ass. I'm just a big nerd, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That would be fun to try out. Yeah, painting a Transformer would be super fun. Painting a Transformer, painting the toy soldier from the movie, that's pretty cool too. I hadn't even thought of any of that. Very cool ideas. Sorry, I might have been painting off screen. Oh, thank you. Really all I've done, and if you've been following, I mean, the viewers that pop in every day, they can attest. I really haven't done anything fancy here. I really just blocked in my colors, which just means coloring in all the details, one color, one base coat, and then I just oil washed. Like the cloak, the bone, the fur, all of this here was just one color with an oil wash. That's all I've done for it. So, and if you want to learn how to paint like I do, I am going to be doing some classes here soon, where you can check out my content, because how I paint is super easy. I don't do anything fancy. I really am a techniques-based painter is what I call myself. So I just use techniques to paint. I paint models using like I won't call it an algorithm, but it really is just an algorithm. Yeah, his arms are going to come soon. I just wanted to get most of the details I could before the arms, and then I'll have to do some painting to blend those arms back together kind of thing. So, but yeah. Doing a little bit of the face here. You guys probably want to watch that.
Make sure I'm in camera. I have a bad habit of not painting in camera, so if I don't paint in camera, you guys just start hitting the help button, just screaming at me. Okay. So, very important when it comes to the face. When you paint a face, right, you always go for the chin, the cheekbones, and the brow, and the nose. That's it. For sure, dude. Thank you for hanging out. On a 40K paint job for Optimus, make him a transforming Tau mech or Titan. That would be so sick. What's up, Lori? Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Ron. So yeah, whenever you paint a face, very important you just paint the chin. Oh, thank you for the heart, me. Welcome to the party. You paint the chin, the nose, the cheekbones, and the brow, right? You highlight those areas. And then you leave everything else darker. I promise you, if you do that, even with like minis, I mean, this guy's giant. He's a giant miniature, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, if you do that, your faces will come out a lot better. Of course, painting a Big Boss mini right now too. Sweet. What Big Boss mini are you painting? Are you doing it for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign? Hard to get in there. There we go. Sorry guys, I've gone a little bit quiet because I'm trying to focus on that face. A giant miniature, a gianture. I really like that. That's funny. Oh, thank you guys so much for all the gifts. My gosh. I'm sorry I didn't see them until now. Man, I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry, I was just focusing on that face. I really appreciate that. Where are his arms? Now they're right here. Yeah, I'm going to actually glue them on here soon, I'm thinking. I just want to do some more detail painting on this. I need to do all the metallics. I need to make this guy. Ooh. Ooh, let's paint him. Let's paint him next. But yeah, we're going to paint. Let's do a mock-up here. He's going to be a redhead because I'm a redhead. And sometimes you just got to paint a redhead, you know? So yeah, that's that bit like that. Let's try and hold it together. Hold, brother. Okay, all right. Not too bad. We can blend that together pretty easy. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a cool model, huh? Pretty excited about it. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. I mean, you guys are so awesome. Yeah, it's Age of Sigmar. It's my Sons of Bahamut army. This is my Gatebreaker proxy. And here, I don't know if I've shown this in a minute, here is my King Fraud, which is my King Broad proxy. So yeah. So that is my King Broad. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the party. So that's him, and then I also have my Kragnos proxy, which I don't think I've shown on the stream yet today. But yeah. Oh, thank you guys. So yeah, this is my Kragnos, my beastly little boy. And also, if you guys don't know this, if you rotate your phone to the lengthwise, I should have it set up so you can view it with more magic. How long does that usually take? Looks crazy. So great question. King Broad took about probably 10 hours. And I was only streaming it, but I was streaming it into the void, so I didn't really talk, so I got to paint a lot more, you know? And then this guy has probably been about 8 hours so far, and he probably has an hour or two more to go. I don't sell them, and I don't do overseas, but I do commissions. So if you would like me to print and paint one and ship it to you, if you check out my Patreon, I'll definitely see what we can at least talk about it and see what we can do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I want to meet that dad. Does anyone know that reference? I want to meet that dad. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't use clay. These are 3D models that I've printed, and the guy who designed these models, his name is Claybeast Creations, and you can check out his website or just type that into Google and it should pop up. And this particular model is called the Sigmar Slayer, and it's been a really fun model to paint, and you should check out his work if you have a 3D printer. Or if you'd like to purchase this, you can get it from resinreborn.com, and that's reborn with an E, R-E-B-O-R-N-E. Same word twice in a row. I know. The double doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. All I got left for my second Zaku Tao battlesuit is the bright red mono eye. That's sick. That's sick. No, I have never been good at sculpting. I'll be honest with you. I am not a sculptor. I am a painter. And the line is... I can only paint. I can't sculpt. Not my thing. That's why I am so impressed by Claybeast Creation, because that boy knows how to sculpt. Tell you what, I mean, fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So it is 2 parts. You can play a game with it, right? So I make all of my models, right? And they turn into an army. And I go fight my friend who has an army. And there's a bunch of rules. And it's basically like when you were 10 years old with little army green men in your treehouse with your friend going, my guy shoots your guy. And he goes, no, he doesn't. He can't do that. It's basically the same thing, but as an adult with a bunch of rules. But yeah, it's really fun. And if you don't know about wargaming and you're looking for a new hobby, I highly suggest it. It's really fun. And they're cool. You paint them up, you put them on your shelf, and your friends and your family come over and go, whoa, did you do that? And you go, yeah, I did that. And they're like, that's so good. And you're like, thank you. And that's what you do. But it is really fun. And thank you so much for the compliment, Raticide. You need to stop. You guys are too nice. But it is really fun. There's a huge community. I guarantee no matter where you are in the world, there's more than likely a community of Warhammer players near you. So if you're interested in it, definitely check it out. And if you want to learn how to paint the way I paint, you can definitely do what I do. It's not hard. It's actually very easy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of me. Thank you. I'm proud of you guys. You got me to 9,000. Hey, hold the phone. You guys got me up to nearly 10,000 likes. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. I'm a Space Marine Imperial Knight player, so I ever do AOS, I plan to do the big bonky boys. You get it, dude. So I have, this is my first Age of Sigmar army. I have a sickness. I think it's 7 or 6 Warhammer armies. Astra Militarum, Grey Knights, Tau, Death Guard, Leagues of O-Town, Raven Guard, a couple others. I can't remember them all. Help, love the voice when you talk about my compliments. You're a good man. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. Oh my goodness. You guys are spoiling me. Thought you were dissecting an animal? Man, never thought in any world that that would be a compliment. But boy, that's actually that's to make that a compliment is crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, this is my first Age of Sigmar army, and I was like, I just want big dudes that smash. Because I don't want to actually learn the rules. I'll just want to smash stuff. You know?
And as an Imperial Knights player, I definitely understand that, you know?
Oh, thank you for the follow. Man, you guys are just out with a force on this Monday. That's crazy. That is crazy. You guys are making this Monday so much fun for me. I gotta say.
I can't help but say it. I am painting, right? In a good way, absolutely. Thank you so much for the gifts.
I am currently painting my Sons of Bahamut Gatebreaker Proxy. And it is a model done by Clay-Based Creations. Amazing model, and it's a 3D print that I printed. And if you would like this model as well, you can check it out at resinreborn.com. And Reborn is with an E. And they have a very affordable price, and you can have this model in your hands relatively fast. Don't know where you're at in the world, so I can't tell you shipping dates. But they're really good people, and they do really high quality models. If you don't have a 3D printer.
This seems extremely niche. What do you call this hobby?
This is it's wargaming model painting, miniature painting. So we play a game with these models. So all of us nerdy boys out here, we paint these models so we can go hang out with our friends and pretend to have battles on a table. And annoy our wives and girlfriends and boyfriends and whatnot with how absurd the whole thing is. It really is. We're just kids pretending my guy shoots your guy and he dies. That's the whole game.
So yeah. Warhammer! I have been doing this for about 8 years. So I've been painting for about 8 years.
I used to do commission D&D painting way back when. Now I kind of paint for myself, and I just opened commissions back up because a lot of people have been asking for it.
As someone who wants to get into model painting, should I get a resin printer, or what
do you recommend? Okay, now let me lay it down. Let me lay down some facts, hard facts here. Do you want to go into mini painting? Have you been into mini painting? Or are you more interested in 3D printing? Because 3D printing is an entire hobby unto itself. And I say that because it is very expensive to 3D print. It is very expensive, but it's really rewarding. But when mistakes happen, it's really sucky. So my question is, do you want to paint minis or do you want to 3D print? Because the cost-benefit ratio is if you're just going to print or paint, like, you could paint, if you bought models from Resin Reborn, you could paint probably like 50 or 60 models depending on the size, maybe like 20, 25 models depending on the size, before you even come close to like being able to purchase a 3D printer. But that being said, if you want to do both hobbies, because it is a hobby in itself, then I would recommend getting a Saturn Elgo, and you don't want to cheap out. Don't buy a cheap 3D printer. I'm telling you, buy a nice one. And you need to buy all the fixings as well.
For the God Emperor of Mankind. Is that a garage kit? Garage kit. Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's an Age of Sigmar proxy. Yep. May the God Emperor bless y'all brothers. Absolutely. And you too, my friend. I want to print figures and paint them. Then yes, a resin printer. I would get an Elgo, Saturn, something or another. I can't remember the most recent good one, you know? So yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kim. What I do is that dry clay. That's more impressive than 3D printing. Hold the phone. That's crazy, dude. That's awesome. If you're doing that, keep doing that. That's cool. Or get a 3D printer. But I would definitely don't cheap out. Do your research. I know the Elgo, I think it's Elgo, the Saturn is really awesome. Make sure it's high resolution. Do a lot of research. I can't tell you what to buy because I don't want to lead you off the path. I bought my printer like 3 years ago and everything has changed since then, you know? You could start with a filament. They're actually doing crazy stuff with filament right now too. The Saturn, Saturn 5, Saturn, is it 4? What's a V? Saturn 9? Or is that an X? Yeah, Saturn 4 Ultra 16K. Before you print with it, you're going to want to fill the resin vat with water when it's off on the paper. Oh, gotcha. So I specifically paint with Vallejo and Citadel. So I do almost all of my painting, all my basing with Vallejo paints, and then any shades or technical paints or anything like that, I do Citadel. I do Warhammer minis, but I'm open to do whatever. I'm just here to paint and have a good time. I do commissions, I do paint classes, and I do tutoring. So if you're interested, check out my Patreon and shoot me a message. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. You guys are amazing. This has been a really fun night, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for the 11,000 likes, guys. My God! 11,000 likes! 11,000 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, filament printers have come a long way. I've actually been looking at a couple of them. But yeah, resin printing is really toxic. Don't hop into it as if it's not going to be a whole... It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be a whole learning curve. It's going to be a pain. If you just want to paint cool minis like this one, you can get it from Resin Reborn, or, you know, go make a friend at the local game store. There's a bunch of those guys that almost one of them is guaranteed to have a 3D printer, and you can probably sweet talk them into making a print for you. Yeah, you need so here's the thing with 3D printer. You can't just buy the 3D printer, right? Especially when it's resin. If you have any questions, my friend Adam here will help you out. He's actually the guy who does Resin Reborn. It's a great dude. Borf, what is going on, Borf? My guy, my dude. Where you been? See, look at this, K-Dog. Well, what was I talking about? See, I told you, Resin Reborn is a real one. And he saw you were asking about this, and he hopped in to help you out. What a guy. What a guy. What is the primary material? Primary material. Are you talking about my paint or the resin, or what material? Are you talking the craft, hobbying? How can I help you, sir? I'd love to answer your question, but I know not the question. I just spent $100 on Hero Forge STL files because that sneaks up on you so quick. It's true. It's very easy to spend money on. That is truth, brother. Brother Borf. How you been, man? It's been a minute. Radicide, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And if you guys are interested in hanging out with me on my Discord, check out my Patreon, or if you want to do painting classes, tutorials, or commissions, again, just check out my Patreon. But Radicide, thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you so much for the gifts, guys. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. K-Dog, Gatney, if I didn't say your name, Rafcant, thank you so much.
So this paint is kind of a mix of Vallejo Game Color, which is like my favorite paint ever, and Citadel contrast paints and washes, and some oil paints. But yeah, I paint with a lot of different mediums to get different effects. But everything I do is super easy, and if you hang out long enough, you can see what a talentless hack I really am, and how I just manipulate the paint like a conductor, not an artist. I merely put the brush to the mottled, and the mottled does the work. As it were. Heart spam, time to get to 20k. Borf. Don't do it, brother. Save your fingers. Don't do it. Think of the children. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Get me to 20k, boy. You guys are so much fun. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the party. Adam, thank you so much for coming in and helping my buddy out with some questions. That was real nice of you. I really appreciate that, man. That was really cool of you, dude. That was real cool of you, dude. All right? Real cool of you, dude. Let's spam and get him there. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You don't got to do it. You don't have to do it. You can just watch. You don't have to do it. I don't think you can. I don't even think you can. Seriously. I don't think you guys could do it. I don't think you guys could do it, you know? My hand is cramping. Take a break. You guys don't have to. You know? You know? I'm a bad influence. You guys are going to get carpal tunnel. All the coolest people on TikTok are already here, guys. They're already here, and they're already in my chat. They're already talking. Getting us more likes ain't going to change that fact, okay? It's just not going to change that fact. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you so much. Again, if you guys have any questions on what the hell I'm doing with my life, in regards to miniature painting mainly, I am also a really, good electrician. I'm a licensed journeyman. So if you have any electrical problems, feel free to hit me up with electrical problems. I'm down. I'll answer them. Why not? I'll help you out with whatever you need. You guys got a bad outlet? Huh? For sure, chick. Thanks for hanging out. I knew you were in the background just hobbying. I knew you were back there just supporting me. Thank you so much, chick. I look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow. And I'm glad it was fun. I'm having a blast. This has been really fun for me. Honestly, I could have done more work by now, but I'm just chatty Cathy right now. What's up, man? Zembo. Zembo's in the house, guys. Oh, my tunes died out. No one told me the tunes died. You guys gotta let me know when the tunes go. I am painting this here model. It's for my Sons of Bahamut army. It's all proxy is what I'm doing here. But yeah, I'm just having a blast, man. I'm hanging out with you. That's what I'm really doing. Oh, thank you. You want to see his older brother? This is his king. King Broad. King Broad of the King Brownians. But yes, that is what he's going to end up looking like eventually if I stop talking all the time. Although that's the whole point, isn't it? That's the whole point. That is the whole point. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Coming in here, following me, being a stand-up just being a stand-up guy. That's what you doing. Just being a stand-up fella. This guy over here. All right, we're going to do the final dry brush highlights. So we've gone up a shade into my very highest gradient here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to hit lightly. Actually, I don't think I have enough paint. Hold, brother. It sounds like there's two different reasons. The GFI might slowly be going bad, right? Which, one sec, let me mix this paint. And what's up, H? What's up? Is it Nietzsche? 8Chi? Nietzsche? What's up, Nietzsche? Oh, thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to mix this. Okay, so there's a couple different things that could be happening. Let me reread what your problem. Okay. The LED light in my bathroom went out, and for some reason the plug in that room keeps popping. Okay, definitely the light is probably bad. LED drivers burn out all the time. If you have a voltmeter, you can test the voltage coming out of the wires up to the light. If you have 120 volts, if you're in Westbound. Dude, is this you, Borf? Borf, when I get a minute, I'll just come and replace a light, dude. Why am I telling you? You're like 3 blocks away, homie. Unless it's a rental. I'm not doing any free work for your landlord. Oh, thank you. Thank you, is it Celestine? Thank you so much. H, you just out there walking your dog? That's pretty cool. Don't have me on speaker. People will think you're crazy. They'll be like, what is that guy listening to? What's that guy listening to? That's what they're gonna say, dude. What's that guy? Is he listening to some weirdo? You know? Woof-da. You know, this stream's gonna go long because I'm having too much fun with you guys. I'll tell you that much, okay? Some earbuds, that's good. That's it. Hey, smart. Okay? Smart. You don't ever want to listen to me, guys, with speakers on, okay? You'll get made fun of. Alright? I'm just warning you now. Again, we're just doing final highlights here. Just a little couple brushy strokes. Nothing crazy. I like that the flesh is a little goofy looking. I want it to be that way. That is an artistic choice. I like to have a lot of depth in it. You know what I'm saying? I want there to be depth. You know? Alright. Now it's my place. I bought this place from an old man who thought he was good at DIY projects. Oofda. Oofda. I mean, you could have Tony come and do it for you, but I know that you talk to me because you know the kind of skill I can bring to the table. All right, look at this. Watch this dry brush, guys. Watch this dry brush. Look at this magic. Look at this movie magic right here. Look, like I said, I'm not doing anything fancy. Look at this. I'm not doing anything fancy right now. I'm just dry brushing some fur, dry brushing some bone, dry brushing this leather. Look at that, right? Like, you see what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything crazy. My go-to defense for painting, artistic choice. Yeah, dude. You caught me, dude. I was like, oh, this is a little rough. These are not smooth blends. It was an artistic decision made by the council. Wood cutting on a boat with his eyes closed. I also bought a house for a professional. Okay, here's the thing. I am a journeyman commercial superintendent electrician. I promise you that my DIY is second to none. Mainly because I actually have all the tools and I know what I'm doing. For the most part. I've actually been thinking about opening up my own company, just doing odd jobs. Like, oh, you want me to do some landscaping? You want me to make a fire pit? You want me to build a, this or that? I can do it. I'm a guy that makes it happen, okay? But not in like a bad way. More like it's going to cost a lot because I'm going to do it the right way. That's my style. Oh, really, Dino? Nice. Yeah, you're living the life then, bud. Because I want to get into that kind of vibe. Oh, yeah, we were going to do the ram. You guys ready to watch the ram come alive? Watch this. This is going to be sweet. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. Do you see this ram? I've prepped it for this moment. Actually, kind of. Sorry, we're not going to do the ram yet because I want to do this with 2 different shades. So we're gonna keep going with what we're doing here. Because I don't want to... Oh, too much. Yeah, a little side hustle. Yeah, I need something like that. I mean, this is kind of side hustle. 25-hour cash. Dude, up your prices, brother. Make more money. My back porch light went out, and I swear to God, there's no way to get to the bulb. I can't help you with that, pal. Got the blue hoodie and all. Yeah, dude. Looks like fantasy Casio. Dude, even his viewers and other chats come to talk shit, dude. I love that, dude. That is funny, dude. Calling Casio a giant, dude. I didn't even think about that. It does look like him, doesn't it? That's gas. That joke's gas. That joke, all gas, no brakes on that one, my guy. You look good enough to do commissions. I don't think you. I mean, I don't think how I look should determine if you can do commissions or not. But thanks. You look good too. But thank you. If you would like a commission, check out my Patreon. You don't even got a sub. Just message me on there if you want something done. I just opened it up, so I actually don't even have a commission yet. But I'm pretty excited to start doing them because it sounds like fun. Yeah. Look at this. This is what I love about dry brushing, I'll tell you what. Old guy I bought my house from left me a half demoed bathroom. That's great. What happened to his hands? They're just over here. He has been dehanded. Dehanded? Dehanded? De-armed? I took his weapons away. It's just a lot easier to paint these side details without them on, but yeah, his arms are just right there. They're just hanging out. He doesn't need them right now. Oh, thank you for the follow. I am so happy that you thought about his hands. That shows a lot of empathy, okay? And empathy is a rare thing nowadays, it seems. You're a very empathetic person worrying about his arms. And the crazed man that's painting him. Just doing a little dry brushing here, Getting all these details here to pop. You guys are seeing what I'm doing. Nothing I'm doing is crazy. I can teach you how to do all this stuff. It's pretty easy. Paint models are easy, dude. It only took me 8 years to figure out how to do it. Honestly, I'm just kind of dumb. Oh, thank you. It's really insane, bro. Oh, thank you. Just joined. Dude! We got K-Dog joining the Patreon. Get out of town! Get! I'm going to call my girlfriend right now. She can quit her job. I don't got to go to work tomorrow. We did it. We did it, guys. No. Seriously, though, all jokes aside, thank you so much. That's really nice of you. I appreciate that. And thank you, Borf. I really don't do anything crazy, though, guys. Like, I can show you how to do this stuff. It's not that hard. It's pretty fun, actually. The hard part is doing it every day. Well, or as often as you can. It's picking that brush up. That's the hard part. The other hard part is being okay with just, like, messing it up. But don't worry. The methods I can teach you. You can just do it again. You know? Do it. I'm waiting. Thank you so much. I am painting, 1 second, sorry. Important text from the lady. I am painting my Gatebreaker proxy for my Sons of Bahamut army. If you pay for the full Patreon, it gives you access to the foot cam. Dude, stop. Don't tell them about the foot cam, dude. That's only for exclusive members, dude. Right now you just see a doggy down there. You guys want to see a dog cam? Oh, no, that was way too much. Oofta. That's okay. We'll make it happen. That's okay. Nothing wrong with little oopsie poopies. Oopsies poopsiesies. Oopsie poopsiesies. All right, come here, dog. Come here. Yeah. Dog cam. All right, today we're going to be painting a Yorkie. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be painting a Yorkie, folks. Okay, I won't torch you. All right, go away. Scram. Get down there without ruining all the cords. Dog cam. You saw it first on dog cam. Oops, she raised the volume on my mic. Apologies. I got to go, but it was a pleasure. I look forward to learning more from you. Of course, K-Dog. Thank you for hanging out, dude. What a pleasure. Thank you for joining the Patreon. I sure do appreciate it. Y'all are making my night so much fun. You know how boring painting was before I did all this? I didn't know. I didn't know there was another side to this, you know? I didn't know there was a whole other side. You know, I thought about this as a business idea. I could just paint people's dogs. Like, print off their dog and then paint it. Send it to them. There you go. There's your dog, you know. I think painting dogs would be super fun, too. Sorry. Sorry about that. Apologies. Booyah. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oofda. Okay, we just need a little more white because we are just going crazy with this dry brushing right now. Dry brushing is so much fun, you know? It's like the one portion of this whole thing that I just can't wait to do. I do it every time. Every time. Well, maybe not every time. It depends on the model. But if I can do it every time, I will do it every time, if you know what I mean, you know? Like, when I order a burger, if I can, I always order pickles, you know? Like, that's dry brushing. It's the pickles. Or the mustard, you know? Alrighty. We're getting somewhere around here. We're getting somewhere. I'm going to dry brush his beard because I'm going to use some contrast paints on it. So I want it to catch that contrast. So I'm just going to just hit it with a bunch of white. Okay? That's what we're doing here. And then we're going to hit a little bit of the metal. I'll show you how I do my metals. Alrighty. We're gonna upgrade. Well, let's see. We're gonna do all the bone now. We're gonna do the bone. That's what we're gonna do. So with the bone, what I like to do is what you've seen so far is I have some washing on it, not a crazy amount, but I like to hit my bone with Skeleton Horde, the contrast paint. I water it down quite a bit, and I kind of use it to sculpt the bone a little bit, maybe give it a little like definition. I'll use a couple different other contrast paints just to kind of separate the different colors, make them look more interesting. And then we will dry brush the yak. We're gonna do the yak. The yak. See, sorry guys. Yak. You guys know what the most annoying sound in the world is? Name that reference. I bet you can't. I bet you can't. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, shit, sorry. Thank you so much for getting me to 14,000 likes, guys. Out of this world. I got the best audience in the world, you know that? I got the best fans. Thank you so much for joining, Alice. Welcome to the party. Thanks for the follow. You know, I'm almost at 1,000 followers. I think I'm about 20 followers away. And this might be the night I break 1,000. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the yak real quick. Because who doesn't like a yak, right? Look at this cutesy little dry brush I have. Brand new. We're going to do the yak. Welcome to the stream. You might have gotten shadow banned, brother. I haven't seen anything from you in a minute. But I do appreciate the vibe. All right, look at that. See, look, I'm not doing anything crazy. Look at that. Look at how easy that is. Boom. Ooh, this is fun. This is a fun little brush to try. I bought a bunch of makeup brushes off of Amazon, like an $8 pack. So I have a bunch of different options. I've never used a little brush like this. This is fun. But we're just gonna brush all of the fur. More white is the plan. Oh, that's why. I ran out of paint. So if you guys have any questions on what I'm doing or my process, or just generally any questions, I'm down to talk. I'm down to hang. And Borf, you definitely got shadow banned if you haven't replied, bud. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. I love dry brushing. I don't know if I like this dry brush, though, is the problem. I think this guy's a little too narrow. It's more like just a brush. So we're going to ixnay this guy. We're going to send him to the shadow realm where we're going to try a different brush. We'll try this one. This one looks fun. What painting do you use? What kind? I use Vallejo and Citadel. So right now I'm doing Vallejo Game Color for my dry brushing and my basing. And I also do a little bit of oil washes as well. So yeah. Can I see the whole art like that? Is that what you're wanting to see? Here's a preview on what this guy is going to eventually become. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. But yeah, I am painting a Gatebreaker proxy for my Sons of Bahamut army. That is currently what we are working on. Oh, thank you. This has only been basing, highlights, and a little bit of washes here and there. So, but it is getting there. We're getting closer to the goal. We're getting closer to the goal. But thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Appreciate that. We're going to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're going to make our own dry brush color. A hair more of this, a hair more of that. And we'll get rid of it. And we'll add a little more white to it.
I saw a word angle in passing and thought it was a realistic version of the real monster. Oh, thank you. That's cool. Are you dishwasher friendly?
I'd say yes. I'm not going to say what filthy joke I'm thinking of right now. That's just mean. Okay? But I would say I'm dishwasher safe, okay? I'm like Pyrex, alright? Put me anywhere, I'm fine. Oh, thank you for the follow. I am definitely dishwasher safe, okay? Yak, 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 yak. We're just painting yaks. We're out here painting yaks, okay? That's what we're doing.
What is the pad you're painting on? I see so many people with that, but always forget to ask. I like the answer. Hey, I see you. Okay? Very nice to my girlfriend, okay? So I'd never say something so vile, you know what I'm saying? What is the pad you're painting on? I see so many people with that.
This is just a, you go down to Michael's, it's a rotary cutting pad. It's for like sewing. It's my lady's sewing, like fabric cutting pad that I stole and ruined. She wasn't happy with me, but hey, I get results, you know? I get results. I'm going to mix my paint real quick, so I'm just going to mute my mic and dance around like an idiot. Paint successfully mixed. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. Yeah, it's just it's like a rotary cutting pad is what they call it. So nothing fancy here. It's just I just stole it from my lady, and that's what I use. I don't like that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're just gonna get rid of that. You see how I get rid of things? I just wet my brush and just take it back off. That's it. That's all you got to do. I didn't like how that was sitting on the brown, so we just removed it again. So I do a lot of my washes with contrast paints or speed paints or whatever you want to call them. That's where I do most of my washes with. Because I don't think that paint was dry yet, but that's okay. Life's good. No worries. We're okay. Welcome back, Borf.
So we're just going to go around and kind of breathe life into a lot of these different objects here by adding this contrast paint in. See how those ropes are appearing, reappearing? That's all we're doing here. This is what I love using my 3-step method right here. This is the 3rd step, where you base, highlight, and wash. Oh, dude, you play Helldivers? Dude, me and my lady plays Helldivers. I need someone to hang out with and play Helldivers with. We're also playing Borderlands 4 right now. So if you want to get on that Borderlands 4 train, you know, like, come on, hit me up, you know what I'm saying? It's crossplay, so it don't matter. But I'm on Xbox. Look at that. Do you see that? See how easy that is? Like the easiest definition you've ever seen. Beautiful. Beautiful, mate. Gorgeous. All right, yeah, it's pretty gorgeous, mate. My tag should be Man Bear Patrick. If you guys want to play Xbox with me, Man Bear Patrick, there you go. Now you know. Like Man Bear Pig. Oh, thank you for the heart me. I just saw that. Thank you, buddy. I can't believe you guys got me to 15K. That's wild. Y'all crazy, okay? Give your arms a rest, okay? Rest, my dearies. Whoops. I keep bumping. When I have this hat on, I just always bump whatever I'm painting. Or the light I'm painting with, you know? Just slam this dome right into it all the time. I apologize, okay? I wish I had a smaller head, but I don't. Like me got big head. All right. This is coming along nicely, isn't it? Okay. All right. Hey guys, I hate to do it, but it's getting late. My lady called me and I ignored it because I'm a terrible human being. So I need to call her back. I hope you'll forgive me. Okay? But I just got to call it, okay?
I have to call it, guys. I hope you will forgive me, my friends. Okay, so to tell you what is going to happen right now, we are going to end the stream here. But before I do, let's show off the Sigmar Slayer, son of Bahamut proxy. If I can hold him. Come here. Come here. Don't move. Okay. So that's where we are so far, okay? That's what it's going to look like. Well, thank you for the follow, Moo. And if you haven't heard yet, if you need or want 3D models, hit up resinreborn.com. This was done by Claybees Creations. Uh-oh. She's looking for me. She's trying to find me. So if you want this model, you can purchase that from them. It's a great model. They're honestly a great company. They're awesome people, and they'll help you with whatever you need. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I've had such a blast on this stream. You guys are really making some dreams come true right now, so I really appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, check out my Patreon. If you'd like to support me, that's cool. If not, that's all good. But if you're interested in doing painting classes or commissions or tutors, that's where you'll want to hit me up at. So I sure do appreciate you guys hanging out with me all this long, lonesome time. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great day. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.